Hey everybody, just want to take the opportunity to just kind of give you a brief picture of part of the sermon process for me. This is just one aspect of it. There is many parts to it. This is just one that I find helpful that other pastors may not, but it helps me understand the narrative or the text I'm preaching better. In this part of the process for sermon prepping, what I do is I take essentially the text I will be preaching, for example, John 18:28 through 40, and then I essentially take the flow of the individual paragraphs and sections and kind of break them up as the kind of the primary wordings and statements that are kind of progressing off one another. So for an example here, in verse 29, it says, "So Pilate went outside to them and said," what did he say? So it kind of skipped over. He says, "What accusations do you bring against this man?" So this is what he says. And then it says, "They answered him," they being the Jews here that delivered Jesus from the house of Caiaphas to the governor's headquarters. So they answer him by saying, "If this man were not doing evil, we would not have delivered him over to you." So you see kind of I broke it down another line here just because it's the same thought process here. They're still making this statement, but rather because it bleeds too far over, just starting another line here. And then Pilate's response is that Pilate said to them, "Take him yourself and judge him by your own law." And then they once again respond, and they respond saying, "It is not lawful for us to put anyone to death." And same thought here of why I jumped down. This just helps my train of thought as I'm trying to understand the narrative and understand what is going on here in this text specifically. And so maybe I'll do another short video another day on how this looks in other settings, but this is the narrative where Jesus is taken to the governor's household before Pilate to be crucified. And so this is an example of my process here at Redeemer Church as I preach expositionally through the Word.